Next up, we're working on Ginko, the real action hero figure. I'm blanking out what number he was. That's okay. But I can throw up a picture on screen of what he's supposed to look like. As you can see, his jacket is incredibly sun-bleached. It's nearly yellow. And his arm is broken. That was kind of funny. But as for him, got our tools, and for his clothing, I will have to get out his scarf. I didn't bring it out for this, but the scarf is also not looking so hot, so we're going to go ahead and dye those. I'll probably get to the dyeing after I do the joints, just because I need to take his clothes off first. Now, one of my most important tools is actually going to be a needle, and you'll see why. But it's really hard to get his shirt off because he is the model with the cigarette in his mouth. You can see how this is a problem getting his freaking coat off of over his head with that tight collar. I guess it's not as tight as it was because I took his shirt off before to wash it. You know, I guess I forgot he had socks. We can dye those too. Were they supposed to be brown or black? I don't even know. Probably the same brown. Because they're pretty brown. I always love how the feet look so alien. It's so funny. Look like flippers. Let's get his hands off. Sorry, pal, they're coming off. Now, one thing I haven't checked is if the parts I got for him are gonna work for us. And that can be pretty difficult to, it can be pretty difficult to find, parts. Last time I did this, I used a Luke Skywalker figure that was not of the... It was a real action hero figure, but it wasn't of the same line. It was like a UU line. It wasn't just the straight up real action hero thing. They always give them abs. I think that's really funny. I know that's just pre-done. I don't think they change the bodies from most characters, you know, character to character, but God, it's hilarious. Like, this is the last guy I expect to have abs. Let's try to get the... Oh, that always scares me. I'm like, what sides should I go collar first on? Can I just get the sleeve off first? Would that help? Let's bend his arm. It's like, you know, you ever put a shirt on a child? If you never have, like, don't worry about that, but like, oof, I don't know. Oh, right, it was really tough to get over his hair, wasn't it? Last time I did this. Phew. Okay, I did it. It just seems like such a waste to make a different shirt for him. This is the original, and it's kind of thin, but you can see where I have some sun damage here, so that will have to be dyed. I have all this dust from it, all these little snags and things, but you can see, excuse me, you can see where he's broken off. This is pretty typical for an RAH figure his age. Just expect them to break off. It's got like some staining here, but if anything, I want to check that we have the right replacement part. Like, this is what Luke looked like. And I bought this replacement part without even, you know, I haven't checked it yet. It looks very similar. I have them wrapped up. Not sure if he has the right parts. So we're going to have to do that today. We're going to have to check. They look like they might be substantially different. Of course, you don't have this tramp stamp that says Medicom toy on it. Funny. But they have a lot of the same joints. Maybe what we want to do is take apart the substitute figure first. So when I said the needle is very important, I mean, I could use a different needle than this. I could use... This one might be a little too delicate. Okay, so I removed them. I'm not seeing any tri-wing screws on this one, but I have a couple of tools here. I know the RAH figures, they do have tri-wing. But this one just has the usual four. If it ends up being something I can't use, I'm not sure what I'll do, but it'll be interesting. You always have to take the back apart to get to the arms. There's also an article on how to do this on, what do you call it, my figure collection. Getting screw bits everywhere. Is there one that would work better? But I do have a tri-wing here, just to show. Ah, there goes the neck. Nice little arm piece here. Oh, right. And if you want to get just the shoulder and such, you want to remove this as well. There's another screw in here. So I think this should work. Let's see if I can actually get one off on camera. I usually have to pry it from all angles before it'll come out. It's just a plug to cover up the screw. Difficult level. Oh, I'm straight up ruining this one. It's like falling apart. Oh crap. I may not even be able to get it out. It's like someone's glued them or something. Which, fair enough. Maybe they think it's gonna last a while. Oh, my hand. Whoa. And then you can see the screw inside. That was messy. Is this the best fit? I feel like it's not the best fit. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to take that bottom screw out to get the whole thing. And they made it really tiny. Okay, I had to tear it off. I feel a little bad about that. Aha. There we go. You see that joint? Wow. So I believe we replaced this part last time. Do I have it? Looks like yeah, I have it. Alright, as you can see, I've taken his back part off. And these are an okay match, I would say. Yeah. But like with replacing these, sometimes you get the here's the joint where it goes into the shoulder, and the joint is in need of, what do you call it, sanding, in order to fit into its new body. So as you can see, it doesn't really fit in there the way the old one does. Old one fits nice, but we need to replace it. We need to probably sand down that little peg inside, whatever it is, stick, and maybe a little off the bottom of this attached part to get it to squeeze in there. But I've stolen the tools for this from my mother. She said, no, you can't have them. I took them anyways. She doesn't use them. I stuck them in a little paper pocket that I created. So some sanding tools, probably used on my grandfather's old, what do you call them? Model planes. So, and then I might even have to sand down the other part where it attaches to the arm. I actually thought it'd be good to demonstrate at least one of these. So you take out the screw and you're like, how do I get the arm off? You just want to shove a needle in there. And this needle has been a lifesaver because of the little topper thing. The other one, like, my hand's getting sweaty, I can't use it. But yeah, you just pry it off. There you go. And you can take the joint out. Put this in there. This fits pretty well. I might still sand it down. But I don't know. I think it looks fine. But I want to sand this, so I'm not going to put it together quite yet. Okay, so I've sanded these down a lot. I don't know how long that took. I think last time it took me like an hour. And if you're doing this, I, of course, highly recommend that every once in a while you just check, test out and see if it fits. And if you need a little more on one side or the other, keep shaving down, check once in a while, see if it fits. Sort of a, what would you call that technique? It's sort of almost a prototypical technique. Just, does it work yet? Does it work yet? Don't just shave and shave and shave, not checking at all. But of course I've got shavings everywhere, freaking microplastics everywhere. I'm gonna like wipe these off and wash my hands, because if you have a metal file, you will smell like copper. You start smelling like pennies. And if you ever lose track of which goes where, there's an R and an L inside of each arm. Because I was thinking, I don't really know which one goes where for some reason. And I didn't even need to file down the joint in there. It clicked in like amazing. I hardly even need to screw it back in, but we will, because we don't want it to fall apart anyways. Usually you'll put the plug back in as well. You might be like, why would anybody do that? It's like, I don't know. Don't know. Makes it look clean. Clean. But this joint has been different from using Luke Skywalker, so I just hope it works out okay. And I usually keep the bodies. You never know when something else random will break. They say that you need to exercise these like it's a baby or something. You need to, like, move their joints around once in a while just to make sure they're in good condition. This part can be difficult sometimes because you've got to get his head in there too at the same time. So just be patient with this part if you're doing this. Oof, not that I'm good at being patient. But you'll notice all the seams snap in place. And what's odd is I didn't find a single tri-wing screw at all, which is unusual, because the first edition has tri-wing screws in some places. So, I don't know. I have a tri-wing screwdriver just in case, I suppose. Well, that's not going in. Great. But hey, tri-wings can be used for other things, like Nintendo devices have a lot of tri-wing screws sometimes. So if you ever need to mod something or fix something, tri-wing screwdriver is actually quite useful to have. I don't understand what's happening here, because the seam fits correctly, but the screw does not seem to be going in. I wonder if we switch the screw with something else, or it could just be the screw. And that happens occasionally. We can always borrow one from our other guys here, Luke included. I can't get it in much further, but it looks like that worked actually, swapping them. Some metal shavings stuck to my screwdriver again. It's not good. Did I miss one? Where did this one come from? Because because I know this one, I think, went in there. And these ones have a special shape. You'll notice that they kind of fit in these specific spots. But usually I haven't had more than a shoulder break thus far. So fixing the other parts, I don't know, that might be more intuitive than fixing the arms, actually. But despite a few artifacts here and there, I would say he looks pretty good. And now he can somewhat move around a little more freely. No fear of breaking, I hope. And now all we have to wait for is to finish up his clothes. And I feel like that's going to be almost harder. This is easy comparatively. So we'll get back to it when those clothes are done. Okay, so here we are. We've already dipped our clothes in here. I think oops. I can give an experimental show you. Here's his shirt. There's some socks in here somewhere too. I couldn't decide if they were black or brown. Oh, here's a sock. But it's stuff. It says to mix with like salt and soap and stir for 30 minutes. So we're gonna do that. It's supposed to be 140 degrees or more, it says. So we'll just do that. Meanwhile, I'm let me unplug this. Bleaching the other stuff, his pants. That's right. His pants and his scarf are down there. Uh-oh. I don't think it should boil. Perhaps not. Let's rinse off the black. I should just get a second spoon, to be honest. Round and round. Honestly, it's starting to look like black, but it's brown. I think I might have added way too much color. Holy smokes. Well, technically you wash these out after. I think so. You wash them out, or you at least rinse them. But hey, maybe the color will stay longer. I mean, I could see him wearing a black coat. That's fine, but yeah, I added way too much brown. Way too much. At least I hope this is brown. I'm pretty sure I added brown. Now I'm worried. Okay, this is going to take a while, so I guess I'll just stand here and stir like it asked. Maybe wash out my bleached tiny clothes. And yes, I cook normal food here, but this is what we're doing today. Wear your gloves. My other hand is ungloved because I'm using the phone. But yeah, wow, that is like dark. Maybe it just looks like that when it's wet. When it's wet. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I think we started a couple minutes ago, so 350 would be good. I still have to do the other one. Now, since I bleached the scarf to do a new pink, I'm not sure it'll be this bright. Although it might be. Better than no color at all. But I bleached it, and this is going to be our fixative. So fixative is what you put the colored stuff in afterwards, so it tries to, keep its color a bit. I actually threw the pants in with the brown. It's over here. The pants. Because I also bleached it because it was covered in pink, probably from the scarf. I only put it in there for 5 minutes. I didn't think it would get that dark. He has dark pants like that, so that's fine. His figure doesn't come with pants like that, so I guess I'll be the only one with brown pants. And you want to have a Tupperware with, like, you know, we have, what is it called? It's detergent? Yeah, mild detergent, water, warm water, or whatever. So you wash these once you're done, and then you put them in the fixative. So that's what we're doing still. And we're using this for pink now. What time did I even start with this one? I cannot remember. It's gonna probably be a little, it's gonna be like a lot darker actually than I intended. I guess that's probably fine. But yeah, once this has been in the fixative, it'll be time to dry it, and we'll be all done. Yeah. Tiny clothes hanger type things. It's just some sort of clip you can get on Amazon. It's kind of cute, hanging on my dish rack. It's kind of like intestines. Pretty close to done. This is way too pink. If it doesn't dry lighter than this, we've messed up. I don't know what else to do besides make him a new scarf, and that's possible. It's very easy. It's just a rectangle. It's just a rectangle. I don't know what we'll do with this. I'll still keep it, I guess. We could bleach it a little bit more. I kind of ran out of bleach, though. That's fine. Intestines. Alright. I think maybe once it dries it'll be a lighter pink. I don't know. It looks really bright on screen. But yeah, the pants are way darker than I thought. That's okay. I mean, he wears dark pants at some point in the manga or anime. Well, we'll see what all this stuff looks like when it's dry. I know the coat may have taken some damage. I might need to sew some of the seams back. But that's fine. That's honestly easier than dyeing it was. But we'll see you then. So I sewed up any issues. I tried to iron everything. The pants are like, they're so wrinkly. They're anti-iron. They couldn't be ironed. They could not be ironed. I've dyed everything. As you can see, it might be hard to tell on camera. I don't know. I put both of these in the brown. This one for 5 minutes, this one for 30. It's so dark, it's almost black. Of course, you'll realize the pants are not standard. I must have mentioned this on camera already. I bleached them because they had stains from the scarf. They were pink, almost. So I bleached them. They bleached way too white. I thought I'd give it a few minutes in the brown. I should have just dunked it and then taken it out for a little stain, but you know, it's okay. He would wear But it's honestly such a pleasure to see his full color restored. It's really quite beautiful. I'm so happy. It literally took me years to get around to doing this. I'm so lazy. I mean, I'm quite busy, but let's be honest, that's no excuse, right? You can make time. This freaking turtleneck. I haven't changed much about the outfit besides the pants. And this came out better than I thought. I thought it was going to be way too dark, but I don't know. It suits, right? I put color fixative on it, so I hope it doesn't stain him when he wears the scarf. But look, this one actually ironed so nicely. It's so flat, which is actually quite nice. But yeah, what a joy to see, like, one of my favorite figures restored to its original colors and its original movement. How did he put on a scarf? I think I need to see a ref on a scarf. And then what the guy on TV did was like, okay, he put it through the hole. Oh, it's gonna be too much. I fear this is too much. Well, I'll look at some references. Otherwise, he is finished. I will get some final pictures. It is very dark. It is so dark it looks black. But if it fades with time again, that would actually be good, because eventually it'll look brown and got like a full pocket. It's very cool. All right, well, that's it for this segment. I don't know. I'm sure that I'll show them all together when they're all fixed. So, bye.